Ahoy, me lads and lasses! Me name is Bucko Bones Morgan, otherwise known as Miss Liesel from the Sycamore Library. And if you haven't already guessed, today is National Talk Like a Pirate Day. So I'm going to be sharing some pirate songs, stories, and rhymes with you. And if you stop by the library today, Saturday, September 19th, anytime between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., we will have some pirate take and make crafts while supplies last. And that take and make craft includes make your own treasure box, a limited edition eye patch that's yours to keep, a pirate name generator so you can figure out what your pirate name is, as well as some special brown bag paper so you can make your own pirate treasure map. So stop by the library today if time permits, and while supplies last, pick up your own pirate take and make craft kit. All right, well today our first song is going to be If You're a Pirate and You Know It, and it's sung to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. And we're going to swab the deck, which is a fancy way for saying mop the deck. We're going to walk the plank, so get those feet out. We're going to walk to the end of the plank, and we're also going to say, ahoy, which is kind of like, hey there. You ready? If you're a pirate and you know it, swab the deck, swish, swish. If you're a pirate and you know it, swab the deck, swish, swish. If you're a pirate and you know it, then you'll hear the seaweeds blowing. If you're a pirate and you know it, swab the deck, swish, swish. If you're a pirate and you know it, walk the plank, stomp, stomp. If you're a pirate and you know it, walk the plank, stomp, stomp. If you're a pirate and you know it, then you'll hear the sea winds blowing. If you're a pirate and you know it, walk the plank, stomp, stomp. If you're a pirate and you know it, say ahoy, ahoy. If you're a pirate and you know it, say ahoy, ahoy. If you're a pirate and you know it, then you'll hear the sea winds blowing. If you're a pirate and you know it, say ahoy, ahoy. Excellent job. Our first story today, and my friend here is going to pick it out for us, is called How I Became a Pirate by Melinda Long, illustrated by David Shannon, and it's read to you with the permission of the publisher Harcourt, Inc. How I Became a Pirate, written by Melinda Long, illustrated by David Shannon. Pirates have green teeth, when they have any teeth at all. I know about pirates because one day when I was at the beach building a sandcastle and minding my own business, a pirate ship sailed into view. I knew what it was because its flag had a skull and crossbones on it, and because I could hear the pirates singing, "Hey ho, blow the men down." They were a little off-key. I tried to tell Dad, but he was busy setting up the beach umbrella. I tried to tell Mom, but she was busy slathering my baby sister with sunblock. So I went back to my sandcastle, but I kept an eye on the pirates. By then, they were rowing to shore. When they landed, the head pirate climbed out of the boat and yelled, "Ahoy there, matey! Be this the Spanish Main?" "No," I said. "This is North Beach." "Shiver me timbers," the pirate said. "We must have taken a wrong turn at Bora Bora." He walked around my sandcastle. He looked at the moat and yelled back to his crew, "He's a digger, he is, and a good one to boot." "A good one to boot," the others agreed. "What be your name, matey?" the head pirate asked. "Jeremy Jacob, sir," I told him. "Well, Jeremy Jacob," he said, "you're looking at Braidbeard and his crew. We've been needing a digger like yourself. We've a chest of treasure to bury." "Aye, treasure!" the others shouted. "You're coming with us," Braidbeard told me. I didn't think Mom and Dad would mind, as long as I got back in time for soccer practice the next day. That's how I became a pirate. As soon as we were on board, Braidbeard showed me the chest of gold and jewels. "Got to find a safe place for this here treasure. It's high time we were off," he announced. "We're off," we all shouted, and then we set sail. There was plenty to do on board. The pirates taught me to sing sea shanties, the louder the better, and to say real pirate stuff like landlubber and scurvy dog. By dinner time, I could speak pirate perfectly. I also learned pirate manners. Braidbeard pounded his fist on the table and yelled, "Down the hatch, me laddies!" "Down the hatch!" we all shouted. Braidbeard gulped his food and said, "Hand over the meat!" "The meat!" we all roared. Nobody told us to finish our spinach. There wasn't any. And to chew up our carrots, they weren't allowed on board. We talked with our mouths full, and nobody said please or thank you. After dinner, I tried to teach the pirates to play soccer. Braidbeard kicked the ball and yelled, "Arr, soccer!" "Arr, soccer!" the crew yelled. Then everybody dove for the ball at once, and it rolled right off the deck. "After it, me hearties!" Braidbeard commanded. "After it?" we all whispered. What's in the water? Can you see? It's a shark, isn't it? I don't think they want to go in the water. We fought over who would go get the ball, but it didn't matter anyway, because a shark came along and swallowed it in one gulp. So much for soccer. By now it was past my bedtime, but nobody tells pirates to go to bed, to take a bath, or to brush their teeth. Maybe that's why their teeth are green. Pirates sleep with one eye open, just in case. And they don't change into pajamas unless they want to. Pirates don't do anything they don't want to, except for maybe swabbing the decks. I wanted to be a pirate forever. But when I found out what else they don't do, when I couldn't stay awake any longer, I asked Braidbeard to tuck me in and read me a story. "Tuck you in!" he bellowed. "Pirates don't tuck." "No tucking!" the crew cried. And the only thing they had to read was a map. "Don't you have any books?" I asked. Braidbeard looked confused. "Books?" I didn't even bother to ask about a goodnight kiss. It wasn't easy to fall asleep without a story, but I was finally dozing off when a storm broke. Thunder boomed and lightning flashed. I tried to hide under the covers as waves slammed up against the ship, but I kept falling out of my hammock. I couldn't find anyone in the cabin. They were all on deck. "Lower the sails!" Braidbeard shouted. "Batten down the hatches!" Everybody ran around yelling and lowering and battering. Nobody had time to sit close and tell me it would be over soon. Nobody even noticed me. I decided that I didn't want to be a pirate after all. Just then, flash, crash, crack! Lightning hit the mast and split it down the middle. "What'll we do now?" yelled one of the pirates. "We'll have to turn back," called another. "But the treasure!" hollered Braidbeard. "Where will we bury the treasure?" I stepped forward. "Maybe I can help," I shouted over the wind. "I think I know the perfect digging spot." When the storm was over, we rowed back to shore and buried the chest. We drew a map so we could find the treasure again, but I don't think I'll need it. What does it say at the bottom? Can you tell? It says Jeremy Jacobs' backyard. After that, the pirates repaired the ship and got ready to set sail. Before they left, Braidbeard handed me a flag and said, "You make a fine pirate, Jeremy Jacob. Guard that treasure well. We'll be back to get it soon enough." "Soon enough," the crew repeated. "And if you ever need us," Braidbeard added, "just run the Jolly Roger up yonder pole." "Up yonder pole," the others shouted. And maybe I will, but not today. I have soccer practice. And that was How I Became a Pirate by Melinda Long, illustrated by David Shannon. That's a fun story, isn't it? All right. Well, I have another song for you, and it's called When I Was One. So it's a little bit of an action rhyme, and so you can see me on camera. I'm going to stay seated, but you guys feel free to stand up and move around a little bit. And it goes like this. When I was one, I sucked my thumb the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, I'm going this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. A bottle of root beer to fill my tum, now that's the life for me. Should we try it again? When I was one, I sucked my thumb the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, I'm going this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. A bottle of root beer to fill my tum, though that's the life for me. When I was two, I buckled my shoe and then I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, I'm going this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. A bottle of root beer to fill my tum, now that's the life for me. When I was three, I bashed my knee. The day I went to sea, I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, I'm going this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. A bottle of root beer to fill my tum, now that's the life for me. When I was four, I scrubbed the floor. The day I went to sea, I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, I'm going this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. A bottle of root beer to fill my tum, now that's the life for me. Can you guess what's next? When I was five, I went for a drive the day I went to sea. I climbed aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, I'm going this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the Irish Sea. A bottle of root beer to fill my tum, now that's the life for me. Nice job. I have another story for you guys and a finger play. So let's do our finger play first. It's called 5 Pirates for a Treasure Chest. Can you hold up 5 fingers? And we're going to count down. Let's practice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, none. Right? All right, let's hold up our fingers again. 5 pirates on a treasure chest. 1 jumped off and 4 are left. 4 pirates on a treasure chest. 1 slid off and 3 are left. 3 pirates on a treasure chest. 1 was pushed off. Now, how many? That's right, 2 are left. 2 pirates on a treasure chest. 1 was pushed off and how many are left? 1 is left. 1 pirate on a treasure chest. He climbed down and none are left. No pirates on the treasure chest. Yo ho ho, now it's all mine. All right, our next story is called No Pirates Allowed, said Library Lou. And it's by Rhonda Gowler Green and illustrated by Brian Ajar. And it's read to you with the permission of Sleeping Bear Press. There's our pirates. At Sea Breezy Library, things were just right. Book lovers were cozy. The sky was blue bright. When shiver me timbers through Sea Breezy's door stomped Big Pirate Pete and his parrot Igor. Where be the treasure? X marks this spot. We'll dig up the loot and steal all that ye've got. Squawk! Igor squawked as Pete muttered an "Arr!" Then Big Pete let loose with his scary "So thar!" Chills ran down spines as those readers all shook. They hid behind bookshelves, but ventured a look. And what was that odor? Disgusting! Phew! But no one at Seabreezy knew what to do, except Library Lou, who dashed over to see what all the unruly commotion could be. "May I help you?" Lou asked, with a pinch of a frown. "This is a library." "Shh! Quiet down." "Arr!" Big Pete thundered. "Don't waste me day. Walk the plank, saucy lass, or show me the way." At Seabreezy then you could hear a pin drop. All that tough ruffian talk and squawk stopped, for Library Lou looked Pete right in the eye, as Pete stood his ground with a snarl. Oh my! Minute by minute their tempers both flared as they stood head to head and doggedly dared. "Unless you be quiet and listen up too, no pirates allowed," said Library Lou. "Squawk!" Igor squawked with a blow-me-down glare. Then Library Lou boldly added, "So there!" Arg! "Now, where is the treasure map?" Lou asked. "Ah, yes, the treasure is here," she said, "just as I guessed. I'll help you find it, but first I must ask of you and your matey a wee smallish task. Go home, take a bath, change your underwear too, then come back tomorrow," said Library Lou. "Arg! A landlubber tellin' Big Pete what to do. But she said there be treasure. Sink me, 'tis true." So that night Pete scrubbed 13 layers of dirt and decided clean underwear couldn't hurt. Squawking Igor got a good scrubbing too. Swish through the sea sailed their funky P.U. Then later they dreamed of a treasure or two. The next day they burst through that library door with a fresh soapy scent, but as loud as before. Squawk! "Mateys, your manners," said Library Lou. "Now come, follow me. We have much work to do." "Aye." Pete grabbed his picks and his axe and his shovel, but Library Lou said, "Don't go to the trouble." "But lassie, the loot," Lou said. "Not yet. First say ahoy to these letters, this fine alphabet." "Letters?" Pete scowled. "There be more than X." Lou spread them all out. Big Pete looked perplexed. "Blimey!" cried Big Pete. "A code of old, a secret one, aye, to find the sweet gold." Library Lou grinned a witty wise grin. "Brilliant!" she cried. "Now time to begin. Here they are, all of them, pleased to meet you." "Isn't this fun?" said Library Lou. "Fun?" Big Pete sneered. "It be torture, no less. Me rather be kissin' a fat treasure chest." So many letters, Big Pete got confused. W's, H's, S's, and Q's? Some she called vowels, A's, E's, I's, O's, and U's? Soon Lou took some letters and mixed them about. "Look!" exclaimed Lou. "Words to sound out. Now here is a stack you may take home with you. Then come back tomorrow," said Library Lou. Up on the poop deck, Pete practiced that night. He practiced each word till he got each word right. "Igor," he bragged, "will hold riches untold. 'Cause us, we be hard-working gluttons for gold." Yes, day after day he went back, and night after night Lou piled high a new stack. Soon Big Pete was reading not small words but big. But Pete got impatient. He'd work day and night, and still not a trinket or treasure in sight. One day he barked at Lou. "Do what ye told. Ye said ye'd be helpin' me find that sweet gold." "Correct," answered Lou. "In a book there's a clue. I've given my help. It's now up to you." Pete stared at those books lined up on the shelf after shelf. A code? A clue? Arg! Me find him meself. Maybe, just maybe, the code be in rhyme. He loved Mother Goose, Dr. Seuss, how sublime! They tickled his fancy, but no secret code. Avast, easy readers, he snatched Frog and Toad. Day after day he went back, and night after night he piled high a new stack. He found books called classics, great tales of the sea. Blimey, cried Big Pete, that's whar the clue be. Treasure Island, me like it, but no clue to be found. Stumped Pete scoured each shelf up and down. Gangway, the non-fiction, thar's whar she be. Soon luscious loot, fancy free on the sea. Those factual books Big Pete came to love. He read about things that he'd never heard of. Stink bugs and baseball and surfing and Mars. Dinosaurs, mummies, electric guitars. Pete's picks and his axe and his shovel got dusty. At piratey ways Pete got a mite rusty. Now, Pete wasn't just a pirate dreaming of loot, but a reader he was, and a good one to boot. When one book was finished, yes, when one was done, Pete picked up another. Oh, reading was fun. He read and he read and he read and he read. Then suddenly one night, Pete popped up in bed. The next day at Seabreezy Library, things were just right. Book lovers were cozy. The sky was blue bright. When Big Pete and Igor tiptoed through the door and spied Library Lou in aisle 404. They both gave her hugs, each a kiss too. We've come to thank ye, Miss Library Lou. 'Cause of ye now we know, books be the treasure. Shucks, whispered Lou, it's been my pleasure. Now Library Lou, with a smile big and proud, is hanging a sign that says, Pirates Allowed. All right, well, you guys have been a fantastic audience today. We have time for one more song, and it's to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And it goes like this. Sail, sail, sail your ship gently over the sea. Merrily, 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 a pirate's life for me. Can you help me? Sail, sail, sail your ship gently over the sea. Merrily, 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 a pirate's life for me. Great job. Well, thank you for joining me to celebrate National Talk Like a Pirate Day. I hope you'll stop by the library today, Saturday the 19th, between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to collect your Take and Make Pirate Kit while supplies last. And keep an eye on our Facebook pages for other upcoming programs and activities. Have a great day.